going on, people? Today we're going to be playing some Legends on the Asian client. If the performance seems a little laggy, I'm trying to figure out how to improve the performance of the emulator on my computer. Oddly enough, the game runs fantastic on my phone. But what we're going to be doing today is, I've been going through, and I've shown this before, but when you win 15 games with a particular class in ranked, you earn these premium copies of a card. So far, I've finished Battle Mage, Crusader, Monk, and Sorcerer, I think? Maybe even more. I think I've done Battle Mage, Crusader, Monk, Sorcerer, and maybe even Assassin. I may be wrong about Assassin. But I'm working on Archer right now. I'll show you guys the deck I'm running. Obviously, fair warning, this is a budget version because I don't have all of the cards yet. I'm still working on building my collection up. I can't get the full view. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. So, it's a somewhat standard-ish mid-archer. Only running one Relentless Raider because I only have one Relentless Raider. Same with the one of Werebat and the one of Withered Hand Cultist and the two of Trader. The second I get a third Trader, it's going in this deck. I know I can craft it, but I've been trying to craft more slowly. Other than that, we've got Rapid Shots to cycle a little bit, Shadow Shifts to cycle, just because, again, I don't have quality cards to fill these slots, so I figure cheap cycle is a pretty good way, and Rapid Shot is an enabler for Leaf Lurker. Curse is probably the better enabler, but again, like I said, I don't have quality cards I want to run. So we've got Alit, Cut Purse, Fighters Guild, Mournhold Trader, and Orc Clan Captain as our 2-drops. Alit pushes damage, Cut Purse is a versatile, it's a prophecy, but it also kind of snowballs the early game. Mournhold Trader is incredible. Fighters Guild Recruit is a defensive prophecy, helps protect like my traders, my Alits, stuff like that. And Orc Clan Captain helps us push more damage. Our 3-drop is a little bit of a transitioning slot, kind of. We've got Blacksap Protector and Morkel Gatekeeper, both of which are here for prophecy guards. Morkel Gatekeeper helps us push a little extra damage, but these guys are mostly just here for guards and to protect a lot of our 2-drops. And then Nimble Ally is, I think, yeah, it has a 64% proc rate, so a 4/4 with lethal is solid, and then Cultist is just in here because we don't run that many actions, so again, he's going to be good as we move forward. Deshaun Avenger is incredibly annoying in this game. At this point in the game, there's not a ton of silence, so Deshaun Avenger being incredibly sticky, leaving behind 3/3s after board wipes, stuff like that is incredible. Spinner's in here to get past guards. There's really not many 1-drop things or 1-health things you want to ping. Besides the occasional, I forget the name, the 4-cost 1/1 ward that summons a Nature Knock in blue. Usually you'll hit that with your spinner, but in general you're using this to get past guards and keep pushing damage. We got Green Pack Stalker just because I think you can usually guarantee that something's damaged and it's just good enough. Oh yeah, we have one of Leaf Lurker as well, but I would much rather have more of these guys. I would rather cut the Snowy Sabercats and run more Leaf Lurkers. But Snowy Sabercat can be surprising with the Clan Captain and the Morkel Gatekeeper. And then we have Soul Rest Marshal and Triumphant Jarl. Jarl is just probably the best reload in the game at this point. And then Soul Rest Marshal. If you can guarantee that you're ahead on life, I've, both in this version and my Monk deck, being able to hit Soul Rest Marshal into either Jarl or Golden Saint is kind of game winning at this point, because the only real board swipes are Immolating Blast, which I haven't really seen run, and Ice Storm, which doesn't kill any of that board. And also, typically, if you've been playing the game pretty well up to that point, you'll have something like the Deshaun Avenger down, so even if they hit you with an Ice Storm, you're left with a 3/3 that survives from the last gas. It goes very well. So, I'm here trying to stack some wins onto Archer, so I can get 15 ranked wins with that to unlock my premium cards, as well as just continue to climb up the ladder. I have hit rank 5, nowhere near settled. I'm pushing for as close to the top as I can get. They have some pretty quality ladder rewards, and I want to grab them. I'll show you guys, probably after our matches today, I'll show you guys the rewards that you can get for placing on the ladder. I also want to get as many of the class rewards as possible, not only for the premium cards, but they have individual leaderboard rewards for each individual class. So if I could place in any of those, that would be ideal. I think we might get kicked back to the main menu here. If you match up with an opponent and their connection isn't good enough, which could happen since I'm going to be matching up with people across the world, you both get kicked back to the main menu. And I think that's what's going to happen here. We shall see, though. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and we'll be right back once we find a match. Alright, we've got a match against a monk. Let's see how we can do. They are rank 7, tier 1 monk. Let's see what our opening hand is. I could probably mess with this. I'd rather a different 2-drop than this. So I'm going to try for a different one. It's a little risky. I'm going to get slightly punished, but if worst case scenario is I don't play anything until turn 2 and ring out the Gatekeeper, I can live with that, I think.
All can be had for the right price.
My man's got some Brotherhood cards. I don't got no Brotherhood cards. I may look into trying to find a way to stream from my phone. Not stream, but I guess stream as well, but mostly play from my phone. Because as okay as it is on the emulator, it plays beautifully from my cell phone. Alright, so he can't execute this. That will work.
This one will get what is needed.
And he'll get some decent resources here. Slay Monk? My dude! I love you.
Honor and blood.
Trader will come out eventually, just... If I can get a Deshaun Avenger in the field lane, that should really lock that thing down for me. I can even follow up with another one. Or if I find a high quality 3-drop, maybe I'll play 3-drop plus Trader.
Your coin or your life.
Alright, so my guy's got a lot of draw. But not a ton of threats right now. We're gonna hit a Prophecy, first rune. If it's Fighter's Guild, we can live with it, because this will bounce back pretty nicely. Even that's mostly fine. I have the decision between Snowy Sabercat with Ring.
Hello there.
Or Mournhold Trader plus Afflicted Elite. I think I'm going to go Mournhold Trader plus Afflicted Elite. I don't think he necessarily has a way to trick this trade. He'd have to be running curses or use a flat jab, and if he uses an entire jab on this, I'm going to call that a net win. Could have also flipped the placement, but then the Elite could have just died. And again, my whole strategy here is just put as much pressure on this as possible.
You will pay.
This will give me a card, and it will be a Prophecy, and that's exactly what the cut purse is for.
They make it too easy.
So now my opponent's getting to a point where they really need to start doing something about my board.
Who is the client today?
That is doing something about my board. And as you can see, that's the whole point of the Avenger is they make that trade. But I'm still left with the 3-3. I think I'm just going to pressure.
Orcs at the ready. Yeah!
I haven't seen any prophecies besides the one they've hit. Oh, doing Stalker's one.
Challenge for the Kashi.
Another one? Goddamn, goddamn.
I do not fear death.
Entertain.
I still don't think they can really race me. I'm coming up close to finishing this game. And yes, they can pilfer this guy over. But that's just a small speed bump. I'll be finding things like my Cliff Racers soon. I'm sure they're going to go face because they seem very eager to draw cards. If they go face with everything... Wow, they're actually going to jab the captain.
Kashyyyk smells raw meat.
Will he go face with everything? Going face with everything is a mistake, I think. That's a pretty good play. I agree with that one. But actually... let's get the Snowy Sabercat out, and with the help of the Relentless Raider, and possibly even like a top deck Cliff Racer, we should be able to find enough damage this turn. That is suitably annoying.
The forest is my strength and my courage.
I'm not super worried about keeping damage off my face, because if I don't win in the next turn or two, the game's over anyway. We put the damage on the non-Last Gasp Avenger, because they can be running Leaf Lurker or Finish Off, in which case we'd rather spawn the 3-3 than weaken our 3-3 and have that go away.
Time to move.
Guess you would move the Cut Purse over and make a trade with something. No? Okay. You can't pilfer that guy over right now. Alright, that'll do, but again, this is why I weakened the Avenger. Because even if you kill my Avenger...
This one offers something tasty.
I guess here you can kill my kitty cat. No, he's not going to kill anything. Alright, so we make this trade here.
You've met your match, Lackwit.
We play Raider.
I have no fear of your cowardly
It doesn't
fever.
particularly matter, but just in case. And we'll take it home with the cat. So, our opponent focused a little bit too much on drawing cards, I think, while we just put on the pressure and kept our foot on the gas. I think they probably should have pivoted earlier to try and defend from our board instead of continuing to draw cards. They did try and defend once they got late in the game there, but at that point I think it was already too late. So we're going to go ahead and get another one, and we'll be right back as soon as we find one. We have found a match against another Archer. We don't have the ring this time, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful with my mulligan. This is a pretty flexible one. If they have, like, turn 1 Mournhold Trader, we can plop a Fighters Guild Recruit in front of it. Whereas if they do nothing or have a slightly slower or less powerful opener, we'll slap down a Cut Purse and try and start snowballing.
Time to fight. Attack.
Okay.
They make it too easy.
This could mean a lot of things. I'm going this route because a lot of people follow up this play with a Scimitar, but I don't think they have one, or else they would have played it right away. That'll cycle.
Fires of all to eat.
But I've got the Fighters Guild Recruit to follow up with. Or even the Morkel Gatekeeper.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
This will allow me to push 4 damage, turn this guy into a 5-3, as well as just block this, and this is safe in all scenarios outside of, like I said, Scimitar or something similar.
Talos.
And if they have to finish off on this, that is a perfectly fine play. We answered their board and made them make a weak play.
It will keep that.
I'll slap down the Werebat in Shadow Lane with my kitty cat, just because I want to keep the pressure together. And next turn is looking like Black Sap and Fighters Guild. Fine. I'm not super concerned about the health right now. This will probably have a prophecy attached. A lot of the cards that Archer just runs anyway are pretty prophecy heavy. But if that's the one, I think we go Black Sap and Cut Purse. This just puts the most threats on the board, and we can save Fighters Guild for something that doesn't die anyway. And next turn we'll have a Soul Rest into Snowy Sabercat setup, which I think is pretty ideal. That sucks. Plunder. So that could be problematic as the game goes longer. They have third finish off. Yeah, it's all 3 finish offs now.
Your coin will be mine.
Alright, so let's just go for stats, and that is Soul Rest into Sabercat, which puts lethal on the board, plus a little extra. Actually, no, it's exactly lethal on the board. It's 3, 6, 10, 13 right now. Crushing Blow. Spriggan. Okay. I'm just gonna Shadow Shift to see if we can find a Cliff Racer. And we'll do it again. If we find a Cliff Racer, we'll go face. Okay.
Do not vex me.
I think I'll just push the damage.
Keep your distance.
And we'll use Earthbone on this. I could have used Fighter's Guild, but it would have given him health, period. And between the Snowy Sabercat attacking twice and the best things that Archer can do to us being Leaf Lurker-based removal or a Fighter's Guild recruit, we can get over the 2 main obstacles that they would have for us. Even something like Vigilant Giant would have been enough, and yeah, that'll be the game. You just got to know the types of removal and answers that your opponent's deck has and play into making those plays weaker. Which is why we're keeping our stronger creatures healthy and doing stuff like that. We are going to level up our agility, and we'll get 3 win rewards. And we'll rank up into rank 5 tier 2. So this is our 3 win rewards right here. 20 gold and an Intimidate. And then our attribute reward is a Skooma Racketeer for leveling up our agility. So I mentioned wanting to have placement on as many class leaderboards as possible. So like, I think Crusader is probably what I've played the most right now. I am the 39th ranked Crusader on the board. So at the moment, I would get a bonus 150 gold when the month ends. Which doesn't sound like a ton, but since I'm playing a bunch of different classes, that's 150 gold for Crusader, and 150 gold for Battle Mage, and I'm actually 11th for Monk. So it'd be 200 gold for Monk. Like, this all adds up. That's a quick way to build your collection. Oh, so I haven't finished Assassin yet. I lied. As you can see, Rising High in here. A old Legends name. But yeah. That's a couple games with Mid Archer. I still haven't hit my 15 wins, but I'm going to keep working towards it. And you're going to see a bunch more stuff on this client, on the channel in the future. I want to find a way to smooth out the performance of the emulator. If any of you guys found that disruptive, I apologize. I'll work on ways of cleaning it up. They do have a PC client eventually, so I'll just use that when it's ready. But yeah, thank you guys all very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.